morning, friends. Happy hump day. As you can see, I have my Whisper Kitty on my lap again this morning, so I will be reading out of my tablet instead of my Bible that I have to my left because there's just not room for all of us here. So grab your coffees and whatever it is that you use to read along or just sit back and listen. And we are reading day 4. I think yesterday I may have messed up. I may have said, welcome to day 3, and then at the end said, I'll see you tomorrow for day 3. So if I did that, sorry for the confusion. We are on day 4 of this plan, Grow, Becoming More Like Jesus. So we're reading out of Psalms this morning, the first Psalms. Verses 1 through 6. So find that and join me as we read our first, and then we are going into Jeremiah after that. So I'm loving that we're getting a couple of different scriptures out of different books in the Bible on this plan. So okay, out of the Amplified version I'm reading. So when I read from my tablet, I get to read from different versions. So I do love the Amplified version that my friend Jen introduced me to, and I've been hooked on it ever since. So blessed, fortunate, prosperous, and favored by God is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked, following their advice and example, nor stand in the path of sinners, nor sit down to rest in the seat of scoffers, ridiculers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law, his precepts and teachings, he habitually meditates day and night. And he will be like a tree firmly planted and fed by streams of water, which yields its fruit in its season. Its leaf does not wither. And in whatever he does, he prospers and comes to maturity. The wicked, those who live in disobedience to God's law, are not so, but they are like the chaff, worthless and without substance, which the wind blows away. Therefore, the wicked will not stand unpunished in the judgment, nor sinners in the assembly of the righteous. For the Lord knows and fully approves the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked shall perish. Whew. Chew on that a bit. And we are moving into Jeremiah chapter 17, reading verses 7 through 10. Blessed with spiritual security is the man who believes and trusts in and relies on the Lord, and whose hope and confident expectation is the Lord. For he will be nourished like a tree planted by the waters that spreads out its roots by the river, and will not fear the heat when it comes, but its leaves will be green and moist. And it will not be anxious and concerned in a year of drought, nor stop bearing fruit. The heart is deceitful above all things, and it is extremely sick. Who can understand it fully and know its secret motives? I, the Lord, search and examine the mind. I test the heart to give to each man according to his ways, according to the results of his deeds. I think I need a sip of coffee before we get into this devotional, which is titled Trees and Streams. Trees are awesome. Next to God and humans, Trees are mentioned in the Bible more than any other living thing. In Bible poetry, trees rejoice, dance, and clap their hands to worship God. Trees are a great metaphor for followers of Jesus. If they are deeply rooted and have access to water, trees will flourish, they will bear fruit, they will be healthy, and they will grow. That's true for us too. If we have deep roots, meaning we spend time with God, learning to know and love Him more each day, and if we have access to water, meaning we are feeding our life of faith with the right things, like the Bible, prayer, worship, time with other Christians, serving, we will be healthy and will produce the kind of fruit you read about yesterday. Some people think doing good things is the same as producing good fruit, but that's not necessarily true. If doing good things is a result of loving God and wanting to follow Him, that's great. But if doing good things is a way of trying to earn God's love, that's not great. And it's not the way God works. We don't need to earn His love. He offers it freely. During the stormy spring season, the trees in my backyard sway wildly. Dead branches fly off. The trunks bend over until I'm sure they'll break off. Leaves fly through the air in spinning swirls, but the healthy trees don't fall over. They survive because their roots are deep, because they have access to fresh water, and because they soak up the sun's rays each day. I know these trees are healthy, even if it's not a season when they bear fruit, because they survive the bad storms. They flourish even through difficulty and pain. Jesus makes that possible for us too. Oh, how true that is, friends. How true that is. For those who aren't deeply rooted in who God is and His character and His promises to us, if we aren't deeply rooted in our faith and in our trust in that He is who He says He is, and if we believe the world instead of believe our Creator, it shows. Because when trials come, and it's not if trials come, it's when trials come, because they will come. You may be sitting in a trial right now. You may have been sitting in it for what seems like forever. And if you don't know your God, if you don't know His faithfulness, if you don't know His word, your faith is being tested. It will be tested. So I encourage you to press in even closer, to just really get to know Him on a whole new level. Get to know Him so personally. Let Him carry you through whatever season you're going through, because nothing else can. Only He can. So knowing Him, trusting Him, is like any other relationship you have. It depends how much time you spend with Him. If you spend consistent time with Him and you really dedicate a part of your day, every day, to Him and with Him, spending really good quality time with Him where you get to hear from Him, not just read His word, but let His word read you and tell you what you need to know. That is how your faith develops. That is how you get through the tough times in life. Just trusting in the one who gave you life. So I'm going to, I forgot I didn't even whisper, is kind of walking all over here, leave you with our talk it over questions this morning, but that's just, I wanted to share that because that's what was really coming up for me. No matter what we go through, we know it will pass. We know He is walking with us through it, and He will carry us through it. We won't stay in it. So trust that, my friends, trust that. And these questions, I want you to really just ponder throughout the day. Don't just let them, go by. I'm going to read them, but write them down. Really spend some time and ask God to speak to you so personally this morning, wherever you're at. So here are our questions to think about today. As a follower of Jesus, how are you like or not like a tree planted by streams of water? As a follower of Jesus, what are the streams of water that feed you? These are good questions, friends. And what things can help you grow deep roots of faith? Oh, I'm loving this plan. Just loving this plan. Spend some time with those questions this morning, friends. Ask God to really just speak to you and ask Him, what is it that you could do today? One thing you could do today to really strengthen, deepen your roots in Him. I love you all so much. Have an amazing Wednesday. See you back here tomorrow for how can it be day 5? I am messing up the days on this plan. Oh, it's because I started on a Friday. That's why. I keep thinking I started on Monday, it's going to end on Friday, but no, see, that's what happens when I go out of order. Anyway, all good. Tomorrow is day 5. It's the last day of this plan, which I'm kind of sad because I am loving this plan. I'm going to have to find something along the same line that we can pick up and keep going as we get closer to Christmas and just knowing our Jesus. I've got to find something. Anyway, tomorrow's our last day for this plan. So have a great Wednesday. I'll see you in the morning as we wrap this one up. Love you all. See you soon.